Hey, I'm Denzel. I'm a K9 instructor. I'm also a K9 facilitator moderator. I register with the service provider Saseta and Sira. And I also am the founder of AfricaK9 training program. And I've been training for more than 10 years now, on these industries. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. And my name is Tracy. Instructor with a school out in Randburg. Kind of got into dog training. It was purely by accident.
Wow.
Decided to try my hand at training one of my own dogs, and then it just kind of spun out from there. I've been doing this now for almost about 30 odd years. Moved into the instructing field recently, enjoying it a hell of a lot. So it's a lot of fun. And that's about me in a nutshell, yeah. And I started training with Denzel now for about 4 months.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How's that been?
Hard work.
A lot of work.
A lot of work, but it's very enjoyable.
Yeah. All right, cool. So now, as I said, that I'm the owner, the founder of AfricaK9 training program. And we are doing a lot of things here. We are training different dogs. We are training security dogs. We are training detection dogs. We are training, puppies and domestic dog. Yeah. And we are also based in Erasmia here. And we also open to everyone's business if they want to come and train. Yeah, so that's what we do here. And also we have international clients that are dealing with the United Nations, and yeah, cool. So what's happening is just that, as I said, that we are open to private security companies, and we are also open to public, domestic dog. Also there are a lot of companies that are coming in with their dogs for training, things like protection work and some of the dogs that they want to deploy out there into, different places to work. So we are open to everyone, honestly. We are open to everyone. We don't just say that we're only based on security working dog. We are also open to, other people who want to bring their dog for training. Basic obedience, protection work, also detection work. We're also training dogs that are working at the airport, national key points. Yeah. Tracy.
So, down with the school, we mostly focus on household dogs, people who are bringing their dogs through anything from 6 to 8 week old puppies and adult dogs. We've had senior dogs come through, so 4 years, 6 years, 7 years. We've got some 9-year-old dogs working with us. The items that I normally focus on for my own self is the obedience work. Recently I've started to do the scent discrimination with my own dogs, which has been a phenomenal learning curve. The scent discrimination work. All right, so from a household or a domestic dog perspective, we are working with our dogs to teach them either to go and find different scents. So like with Denzel, we'll go and we'll put our dogs onto maybe a narcotics. And most of the dogs are doing narcotics. Some of them also wanted to look at something for the arson side of things. So you're going to look at accelerants. Some of the dogs we'll do tracking with. And then we've also got, at the school, we've got the personal protection, that we do those with some of the dogs. But a lot of it is just obedience work and getting your dogs to be, we call it basic home obedience. So it's having a happy dog at home and having a happy home with your dog. So that your dog is comfortable at home, you have a level of confidence with your dog, you can go anywhere with your dog, and you have a healthy and happy environment with your dogs at home. And I think that is the main aim for training your household or your domestic dogs that we do. I think it depends on the breed, and it's very breed specific. I do find, however, that through the number of dogs and the different breeds of dogs that we have coming through the school, there is definitely a benefit to training your dog, even if it is just on a puppy 1 or a puppy 2 level, or a basic home obedience 1 and 2 level. The relationship you have with your dog and the bond that you build with your dog is incredible. And you can see how the dog and the handler bond and form this relationship together. And I think it just provides you with a very, very stable home life. So I think some form of training, it's not mandatory. I think for some of the dogs it should be a slightly mandatory to do, especially depending on the breed of dogs that you get and that you decide that you want to bring into your home. I just think it's just a really, really good way to have that long-term relationship with your dog. It's a difficult one to say. There's a lot of different thoughts and viewpoints on that in the public and out on the internet. You'll find so many different perspectives on that. I do think that it's easy to say that your dogs that are your bigger dogs, like your power breeds and your working dogs, your shepherds, your mallees, the boer bulls, the Great Danes, but even the border collies, they need some structure, and the training gives them some structure and some guidance. And I think if a lot more people put that little bit of time into their dogs, developing the boundaries, developing some structure with them in the relationship, we might find less dogs ending up in the welfare and rescue centers. So again, everybody has a different understanding of socialization. Some people want to say socializing your dog is putting them in a park without a leash on and socializing with all the other dogs. Some people is taking it out into public and getting them to experience other people and different environments. Again, it's up to the dog. And I think that the level of socializing one does with your dog should be based on what your dog's comfort levels are, your dog's personality are big key factors. Your dog might not be comfortable with other dogs. Forcing them to be in that situation and to socialize with other dogs is going to do more harm than good, because you're going to be adding stress into your dog, and then you're going to end up in a situation that's not going to be conducive for your dog. So I think your socializing depends on why you've got the dog, what you want the dog to do, and again, your dog's personality and the type of dog that you have. Socializing can be a whole variety of different things. And it's really, really down to the individual dog and to the individual handler. I personally don't take my dogs to the park. I don't let them off lead with other dogs. I don't know the other dogs. I don't know how my dog is going to react. So that for me, I don't do that as part of my socializing. But I want my dog to be able to walk in public, to be calm and considerate when they're on the leash.
Yeah, I think I also wanted to answer that.
Yes, go for it.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just think that also for, for working dog, socializing is very important before all the training. You go to socializing, and then from there you go to basic obedience. And so those are, you got a problem if your dog is not well socialized, because what happens is just that, remember that you're going to work with people, you're going to work at the airport, you're going to work with inner cities, where you can meet many people. So if you don't socialize your dog well, it's going to be a problem. Yes. Because I see a lot of dogs that we actually want to train. It happened that if the dog were not socialized, well socialized, and you go to places like airport or wherever the dog they have to, most of these dogs, they tend to be scared, because they were not well socialized. So Tracy says something. I also, what I'm thinking also, because you're going to work into these places, it's always very important when the dog is a puppy, like you got a puppy that you're preparing for, for service. So you need to take these puppies out, as much as, meeting people and new environment and things like that.
And it's the same with your guide dogs.
Yeah.
Your guide dogs are exposed to so many different environments and so many different factors because they've got to be able to go into those environments. But that is a pure working dog.
Yeah.
And again, not all puppies that enter into the guide dog program are successful.
Yeah, because of socializing also.
And because of their personalities.
Yeah.
So it's really, there's different types of socializing.
Yeah.
And you've got to look at why you've got the dog, what you're going to do with the dog, and your socializing will come from that.
Yeah. And it's not just that one. Also, we got clients who are coming in, right? And then let's just say they're puppies that were not well socialized. It became a big problem because at the end of the day, as I said, that we need to take these dogs out. And if you don't start socializing as early as possible, how it's going to be? You see, some of these dogs, during the accreditations, we got assessment that we do, you know, before training. Let's just say that one client comes and says that you want this dog to work as a sniffer dog. And during the assessment, most of these puppies, they don't make it through. Why? Because of lack of socializations. They are not well socialized. And, you know, that's a big problem. Then we got another clients also who come in with a puppy that is well socialized. And some of these puppies go through. They manage, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.